This here is a post from X from August 11th, 2024. It's from this person, Dr. Charlotte Proudman. I want to talk about this post, but also this leads into a throwback about Marilyn Manson meeting Taylor Swift. So, Dr. Charlotte Proudman says, a mom had surprised her daughter with tickets to Taylor Swift in Vienna. She's now lost the cost of flights and a hotel. It's devastating that a girl's dream was destroyed due to the threat of violence. This isn't just about one concert, it's a stark reminder of the lengths some will go to control, silence, and instill fear in women and in girls. Unfortunately, I don't have the context here, but this person Becky responds with, she really be looking for reasons to blame men for anything bad happening. She's the biggest misandrist I know of, TBH. And this is true about Proudman. I'm trying to wrap my head around how someone's got tickets and hotel rooms and things for Taylor Swift and some man threatens violence for some reason and they can't go? Alright, so this person, Long John Silver, was the one who actually reposted that whole clip out with Becky and Dr. Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte Proudman, why don't you go F yourself? You use every opportunity you can to be misandrist all the while. At this point, ignore the blatant safety concerns of all the people who are working at the show, performing, or the spectators. This has got nothing to do with shattered dreams, you absolute moron. By the way, Proudman, you may think you speak for all women and girls, but you don't. You only speak for rad femmes who are exactly like you. By the way, here's Taylor Swift and Marilyn Manson just to F up your day. I hope one of my haters shows you this. Cope and seethe, F face. Well said. What was that picture? Here it is. It's way back from 2019, but apparently Taylor Swift met Marilyn Manson. I'm gonna assume she might not feel the same way about him now, because she's gone very far left politically. She probably wouldn't be able to say anything about him good, but I liked her better back in the day anyway. She got a lot more pop and sellout these days, but not gonna get into it. I don't know so much about her. But I do know from what I see, there's a lot of hype and exaggeration on her talents. But I digress. So at the time, you had articles like this. Twitter is rightfully going wild over these photos of Taylor Swift and Marilyn Manson posing together. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I knew Manson had fans. He had a cult following. He had core fans. But I wasn't sure what the general public would feel about him. And what did, Taylor Swift fans feel about him? Here's a sight that most people never thought they'd see. Taylor Swift, pop star, and a glorious rainbow assemble, posing with Marilyn Manson, goth shock rock star, in a signature all-black look. The two met at Wango Tango, where Swift performed this weekend, and their hangout was immortalized thanks to witnesses. Seriously thank them because the photos are something else, which was one I just showed. And here's another one at the concert. I think that's Ryan Seacrest, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe a guy that looks like Ryan Seacrest. But I'm sure it's at the Taylor Swift concert. And this here was from people at the time who we know is very critical of Marilyn Manson and of Johnny, by the way. At least historically they have been. They did a little 180 on Johnny, slightly, but for like 5 years or something, all they did was trash him. It was a musical melting pot at Wango Tango in Carlson, California over the weekend, bringing together Taylor Swift and Marilyn Manson with a question mark. Yes, it's the unlikely pairing that the internet never knew it needed. And once again, they say what she was wearing, what he was wearing. Okay. But the point is, this article got all around. Anyway, I thought it was interesting to contrast what Marilyn Manson was at the time. If he hung out with Taylor Swift, a pretty huge star, people were like, okay, that's cool. And then after all this garbage went down, with Phoenix Rising, and Evan Rachel Wood, and Nesmi Bianco, now there's a lot of hate around him, and, companies are skeptical about him, and things like that. So it just goes to show how it can affect the career of somebody when you've got just stories and no evidence. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.